welcome back to another Tarkir Dragonstorm standard video. I am Doomwake and welcome to the channel if you are new here. If you are new, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. And we got some more Tarkir Dragonstorm standard every single day. Today, we are going to be focusing on a card that some people were talking about during the spoiler season, but maybe not necessarily in this particular context. That card that I'm referring to is Sage of the Skies. So this is a 2/3 flying lifelink for 3 mana, and pretty simple. When you cast this spell, if you've cast another spell before it, you copy the Sage. So for 3 mana, you can get 2/3 flying lifelink bodies. That's a pretty good deal, because one of the most popular decks in the format, Izzet Prowess, plays a lot of Burst Lightnings. They have a lot of 1 mana deal 2 damage. They don't have a ton of ways to kill 3 toughness creatures, and the lifelink matters a lot. Now you'll notice I've labeled this deck as Boros Casino, and there's a reason for that. Now, it's sort of like a casino that's rigged, so I guess it's just every casino in that case. But the concept here is you're playing a lot, like you'll notice that we only have 2 cards that cost 3 mana, and we only have 1 card that costs 4. So the idea here is if you have one of your quote-unquote 2-drops, so even though these have 5 mana value, they are 2 mana spells that you can play on turn 2. This is a 2 mana 2/2, you can put a counter on it. This is a 2 mana 2/2 with flash, and this is a 2 mana 2/2 at sorcery speed. So you have 9 ways to put a creature into play on turn 2, and then turn 3, ideally, you cast Etali's Favor targeting one of your 2-drops. If it resolves, obviously if they have a removal spell, you may not want to go for it, but if it resolves, you discover 3. Now, you might ask yourself, what are you discovering into? Well, remember, all of these cards have mana value 5, so you can't hit them off Discover 3. So the only hits are more Etali's Favors, or eventually you're going to get a Sage of the Skies. Remember what I said about Sage of the Skies? If you cast it and you've cast another spell this turn, you get to copy it. So the ideal draw is turn 2, play a 2-drop, turn 3, Etali's Favor. Maybe you don't hit any of their favors first. If you hit a Sage, you still have paid 3 mana and you've put 5 power on the battlefield, 4 of which has flying and lifelink. You have more ways to do that with Geological Appraiser, which again can only hit Sage or Favor. It's fine if you hit Favor, because if you played Appraiser, you have a target for Favor. So that's kind of the idea. Now, because we're playing a deck that is not really allowed to play any 2 mana spells, like we can't play Lightning Helix, we can't play Get Lost, we can't really play Lockdown, any of these like powerful 2 and 3 mana plays, we have to get a little creative when it comes to our kill spells. So we're playing 4 Ride's End, which is 2 mana, kill a tapped creature or vehicle basically, and Twinmaw Stormbrood, which for 2 mana sorcery speed, you can deal 5 to a creature without flying. So even though we have, our curve has whatever, 16 5-drops, we can cast 17 of those on the second turn of the game. These are all cards that you can cast on turn 2, which also still all allow you to play all of your Discover stuff. You have Quintorius, which is kind of your big top end here. On turn 5, you can Discover, and if you hit an Appraiser, great, you cast it, keep going from there. It's quite good with Discover, because every time you're going through a Discover card, you're draining for 2, so that's kind of cool. A couple of Carnosaurs, not a ton of copies, because the removal spell half is expensive, 3 versus 2 mana, but sometimes you just gotta hardcast a Dino. And that's it. That's the whole deck. It's just a bunch of kill spells, a bunch of 2 mana 2/2s, and then trying to put a multiple Sages into play at the same time. Mana base, nothing too fancy, bunch of dual lands. Elegant Parlor, funny enough, I hate tap lands, but they're kind of free in this deck because you don't have any 1-drops. So you might even be able to get away with the 4th Parlor, to be honest with you. 1 Monastery is kind of just this other value land, and 1 Fountainport. And then the sideboard is where it gets kind of weird. So remember, as we talked about, you kind of still need to abide by the Discover restriction in post-board games. The big problem with this deck is the domain matchup is kind of unwinnable, because they're one of the few decks in the format that just do not care about 2/3 flying lifelinks. So the idea is that post-board against domain, you cut the Sages and you board into Recruiters. So you have the same composition where you can't Discover into anything but Recruiter, but when you're Discovering, you get to attack them immediately with at least some amount of damage. So the idea is that you hit them a couple times early, maybe you go Appraiser into Recruiter on 4, get them low, and then Quintorius to finish off the job. But even that is kind of a risky proposition. We got Wilt-Leaf Lieges against the Pixie decks, Beza for red, and then here's the other interesting part. Against stuff like Omniscience, you can board in Rest in Peace. Now, I don't think you would necessarily want to cut all of the Sages and have Rest in Peace be your only Discover target, because you're not going to be able to kill them fast enough if you do that. But having a mix of Sage and Rest in Peace is kind of fine, where sometimes you draw the Rest in Peace, you play it, that's good. Sometimes you hit it off of a Discover, that's also good. Having a little mix is nice. And then 2 Frenzy and 1 Static Snare. These are just more removal spells that abide by the Discover restriction. So it's like kind of like Rhino Cascade in Standard. This is a weird deck. I think you guys are going to like this one, though. I had a lot of fun playing it, and it's mostly, I don't know. It feels like it should be a meme, but also like it also felt pretty good. So I don't know, maybe. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Let me know in the comments section if you guys enjoyed this deck, and I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Bro, I'm number 205 right now, and I'm playing this hand I think is good. I'm on the draw. I mean, they're playing red, right? Okay, that's fine. I'm like, please tell me you're not playing Omniscience with this hand. I guess I'll do this. They don't usually have Spell Pierce main deck, right? You don't understand the butthole reference. Where'd it go? Now do you get it? I want you to zoom in on this card's artwork for me. I'm gonna hold up my mana. Yeah, it was kind of a blowout if they had Kieran. That's a good point. I've shown you my Sugar Maw. Please respond. Guess we just go to combat first. Dude, are we doing it? This is gonna suck if we hit the favor, though. I really hope we don't. This is a 50-50 right here. We even drew 1 Sage, which makes this a lot worse. Please just hit the Sage. No! Okay, it's okay. They have Town, and they're going to Town my Appraiser, and then we're just going to cast it again next turn. Okay. I'm okay with that. That I'm okay with. Bro, I'm just going to do it again next turn, let me tell you. I'm actually not going to do it again. I'm just going to go Assembler Sage. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fucking Tim Henson, man. Tim Henson solos just hit different. Siege of the Skies. Okay, I'm okay with that. And this Virtue is going to pop off. I'm just going to take it, man. 2 2/3s. I mean, hey, they're going to be 2 3/4s next turn. Just you wait. Probably not casting Virtue, though. I'm just going to Appraiser. I mean, you laugh, but, like, what is my opponent supposed to do here, you know? I think I'd let them block. Yeah, I don't really care. Just going to make more bodies. Damage. Yeah, this is definitely a matchup that you can afford getting you can get away with stuff like this. I'll let you draw some cards. I'm okay with that. You don't even want to try drawing cards? All right, so Pixie, huh? Pixie, Pixie, Pixie. I love when you sort the deck by like this mana curve. Just looks beautiful, doesn't it? Sage is nice, right? I mean, it's 3 mana for 4 power, flying lifelink, 6 toughness. Like, it's a good card. It's a really good card. Do we want any of this other stuff against Pixie? I don't think so. Carnosaur is kind of mid. Quintorius is kind of mid. Keep the snare. I think I'll just do on the draw like 2 Quints and a Carno maybe. We cannot remove the butthole from the deck. It's the mascot. We can't do it. Who in their right mind is playing Golgari mid-range in this format? Yeah, that's about what I expected. I mean, I think this hand's a keep. Okay. Yeah, the snare is I certainly already kind of regret playing the snare. Because this could have been a second Stormbrood. It's also horrendous that if I Stormbrood the Otter token, then I'm just never casting my snare. Yeah, it could have been a slumber too. Kind of wish it was a slumber here. Yeah, that's fucked up. It's a good thing I cast the dragon last turn. Assemble. I can't even guess this. Because if I cast this, they're just not gonna. You know what I mean? If I cast this, then I can't cast my removal spell. That's embarrassing. I mean, I guess I'll try to kill the Fear of Isolation. If town, maybe? Ugh. Could really use a Sage. And by that I mean a Geo. Any Geos? Okay. That could be something. So here's my problem. Do I have to play the Dawnbreaker next turn just in case we hit favor off of Quintorius, or do we just hope that we don't hit favor? And we hope that we can start with, like, Geo or Sage? I think we kind of have to take the gamble, right? Yeah, we gotta take the gamble. I can't afford to not use the Carnosaur this turn. It's a lot of creatures. I'm not muted. I mean, we can really pop off next turn. We can also miss off the Quintorius. We can very easily miss, but... Alright, come on, give me a Geo. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
I wonder what I'll find at this site.
I didn't get the new pair of shoes. Unfortunately, we are left with old, tattered, I don't know. What's like some shoe from the 80s. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways, game 3. I think you got to keep the favors. Yeah, see, like, this hand, the favor looks good. It could also be a Quint issue. Maybe Quint is the bad card. Are there any other cards that discover 3? Like, specifically 3. Because it has to be that exact number. Because the problem with Quint is it's 4. Quint does do a lot of damage. I can discard the second virtue here. You ready for this? You ready to pop off? And they said cut favor. I mean, it's turn 3, and I'm putting 8 power into play. 7, sorry. Like, it's not that bad, you know? Next turn, we slam Geological Appraiser if we draw land. That's all we got. That's what you think. Although you're kind of right, that is all we have. For now. For now. Rude. All right, fine. Go. Oh, for Discover 3s. Okay. Capra. What the? How do you even pronounce that? Caparocti Sunborn. 4 mana, 4/4. When it attacks, you may tap 2 untapped creatures or artifacts. If you do, Discover 3. How bad is that card? Like, I know it's bad, but on a scale from like 1 to 10, how bad is that card? Like, unplayably bad, or only like kind of bad? Like a 2.5. It's pretty fucking bad, isn't it? It's pretty bad. Yeah, 1 might be generous. We should do this pre-combat, because we might want to favor onto the 2/2 if we hit favor first. Yeah. Dude, he's popping off. He is popping off. This deck is so base. And I think the reason I enjoy this deck so much is it just feels like I'm playing a Crashing Footfalls. Like, that's just what's going on here, right? Best hand ever, not even close. Not even remotely close. Ooh. A 1 mana creature. The 2/3s did it. That's what I'm saying. You didn't believe the whole time that the 2/3s were going to do it? I knew they would do it. I had faith. All right, I was gonna say, you better not hold up mana this turn. The favor of the Etali. Oh, they saw my butthole. Don't worry about that. I was gonna say, how the fuck do you beat 2/3 flying lifelinks with your 2/1s? Oh my god. This is a fair fight. Can these things block? I mean, do they want to block? I'll take it. Are you up for... You're too broke to Keck W audio? I'll give you one then. On the house. Maybe it's not worth giving up my 5 mana play next turn, but I don't know. They kind of feel just dead. Gastal Thrill Roller. Are there any other assembly workers we could play? Death Touch Haste, huh? This thing has Double Strike. Mishra's Factory, huh? They can only pump this once, though, right? Am I missing something? Oh, do they have Rage? Wait, it still trades, though. Right? Is that even a good Rage? Quintorius. Quintorius. How's the deck felt so far? I don't know if it's just us getting absurdly and obscenely lucky, but it's like actually been pretty good so far. Like, look at this. This is insane, isn't it? Like, what are they supposed to do? Holy shit. All right. Rakdos Speed. Rakdos Speed, huh? That just cannot ever beat this card in a million years. Sage just solos them. I think it's like legit good because the Sage is just so good against these aggressive decks. Like 4 power lifelink for 3 mana and flying is just crazy. All right, what do we want against Rakdos Speed? Beza seems good. Imodane's Frenzy could be okay, although notably not a great answer to Screaming Nemesis. Cut the Maw. If they're okay. There is one card in this deck that we are not allowed to cut, and it is the Butthole. Specifically because of this song. I'm just going to do that. How do you think it would do against Domain? So I would guess that the Domain matchup is atrocious because their deck does not care about 2/2/3 flying lifelinkers. He showed up. The Butthole has showed up to the party. Can't wait to Quintorius into Butthole. Well, we can't do that now. But the sideboard plan against Domain is just cut the Sages for recruiters, and like this is a slightly better plan against Domain. Ooh, cannot attack, huh? All right, I'm gonna save my Butthole for a better opportunity to Butthole. Okay, notably, probably should have held up Red's End that turn. Note to self. Ooh. Just gonna pass. You know, I probably should have main phased this Red's End because now they can just deal damage to their Nemesis. Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's a problem. I mean, we have the other Rides End, so it's kind of fine, but they'll attack. I can also just block with the Assembler, right? Yeah, they're probably just not even going to attack, I would guess. They're going to have to trade for this at some point. They can't let me just have it. Like, you're gonna have to block eventually, yeah. Now I guess we just hold up the Ride's End. And if they do nothing, we play Virtue. I do need to find some lands at some point. 3 speed in their speed deck. They have a cut down. Is that what this is? Dude. Can I have a land, please? Can I please have a land? Land, please? I know you're in there somewhere. No? Just one, man. I only need one. Okay, well. Somebody told me you had a boyfriend. Well, this hand looks good. This hand needs to find lands, but it's got good stuff. Prowess. Ooh. It's not exactly a land. That'll do. That'll do. We have a chef. I repeat, we have a chef. A chef has entered the kitchen. Oh, nah. You think I got counter spells? I'm just gonna pass. Because if for some reason they only attack with the 2/2 Mako, I'd much rather trade for it, but... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. QQT42, huh? Fear of missing out. Yeah. I do kind of get punked up by Spell Pierce, which they did discard a copy of, so I guess it's a good thing that they didn't find a land. Probably for the better. Ooh. Alright, second large elephant go into the grave. This hand kind of pops off. Draconautics Engineer. Okay. And they do get a lot of looks at a land here. That's a land I'm okay with. Because that can't cast Torch. I'll take 2. Gamba, 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 Gamba. Favor here. Favor here. Maybe this one should have gone on the Appraiser. Not sure about that. All right, this one will go on the Appraiser. I only got one left. Okay, sure. Fine, I guess. All right. You got me. So I paid 4 mana for how much power? So 3, 7. I paid 4 mana for 11 power. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Remember that turn that remember last turn where I had nothing in play? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And then imagine the Virtue next turn, you know? Like, the Virtue just pops the fuck off with this. So good. Yeah, it literally, I could just call the YouTube video Rhinos in Standard. It writes itself. Actually just, you know, it's scripted. See, the problem with hitting all of the things last turn is now we can't we can't hit anything else off the Quint, but I mean it's fine, you know, obviously. You could hit Geo, I guess, but I'll attack you for lethal. Didn't Rhinos play good cards? Would you consider Violent Outburst to be a good Magic card? Well, I mean, considering it's banned, yeah, I guess you would. Yeah, Virtue of Loyalty is a good card. Look, the Sage is not that bad either, okay? Can anybody explain to me why the regular card has lowercase letters, but the copy is just all caps? Like, why is that the case? They even gave me the right artwork, but it's just all caps. It's like yelling at you. Sage of the Skies! Just in case you didn't know. Ooh. Perhaps a loot enjoyer? Seems like they're a loot enjoyer. It's the wrong artwork, though. No, it's not. Come on. Get out of here. Glacial Dragon Hunt. Are they just dead? They look pretty dead. I mean, dude, they're popping off. They're doing some cool stuff. They are definitely popping off. The night token is all caps. Is it? Maybe it's just all tokens. We able to do Etali's favorite 3 times in a row. Dude, I'm telling you, it pops off. It really pops off. Imagine doing that with a Quintorius in play. Just drain them for 6. I'm very confused here. Okay. You're 2, and I have 3 lethal flyers. Reach? Any reach? You got any reach over there? You got any reach? I'm not seeing any. I mean, they can discard a card, make a treasure, cast Torch the Tower on one of them, but the other one's still lethal. All right, cool. Okay, so they're like, is it Profs, Fear of Missing Out, Cauldron, Tursa, Mako? So it's like more Profs focused. They do have a lot of stuff that works with the graveyard. So this might be a Rest in Peace matchup because it stops, what, Tursa, Cauldron, and Delirium. So we could do a couple rips. I don't know if I want to do all 3 of them, and I'm definitely not going to cut the sages for it. Liege bad, Quintorius no, Frenzy. Yeah, it's really just the rips. So I think this is one of those those rare circumstances. I mean, is that even worth it? Like, is it even worth boarding in the rips and like messing with our cascade plans? It might not be, honestly. Because the issue with Rest in Peace is they can very easily beat it with stuff like Profs and Monument. So it's, you know, good against some of their deck, but if they just have these cards, they don't care about Rest in Peace. I think I'm just not going to do it. Hand's great. Is that my deity? Yes. Miracle. I do wish this was a virtue, but can't complain. Is this deck good? I mean, we've been cooking with it. I think it's fine. It looks real good until you play against Domain. And then it probably doesn't look nearly as good. I can't imagine the Domain matchup is good at all. Just a 2-mana 2/2. Nothing to worry about over here. Just tap out for your monument. Everything will be fine. Don't read it. You don't have to read it. I promise you. I wouldn't lie to you, QQ. Reading is not required. The last time I played against Domain, it's been a hot minute. It's been a long ass time. Holding up 1 mana, huh? Very suspicious of you. I think I'm just gonna hold up Carnosaur. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up Carnosaur. If they want to make a 4/4 flyer, I'm cool with that. I am a-okay with that. Okay. Now I guess I could kill the engineer, but I kind of want to kill just whatever they target with profs. Because they're definitely going to draw a bunch of cards this turn, right? Wait, really? Nothing? Alright, well, I guess I'll do this. It does feel like the prowess and mono red matchups are good, because this card is just so good against those decks. I want to hit Sage and not Favor, please. It's not going to resolve, is it? There's no way this is resolving. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Yeah. I mean, it's still fine, right? Like, we're at 14. We just do the thing next turn. This is still fine, I think. What?
0% chance I lose.
Let's go with profs. Okay, so do we Quintorius and hope that the last card is not a counter? Or do we just go Assembler Sage? I mean, it's obviously safer to go Assembler Sage. Higher upside to go for Quintorius. How many Pierces? Did they discard a Pierce yet? No, I'm just gonna go Assembler Sage, I think. That's a good point. Quintorius can whiff on Favor. Yeah, that's a good point. It's even safer to go for this. And then I guess probably chump block the Mako this turn, keep the flyers. We do need to answer this Kaido at some point. Oh, fuck, I can't chump block. Oh, shit. We could die. I kind of forgot they could make that unblockable. Rip.
All part of my plan.
7 loyalty. That's a good draw step. That is, in fact, a good draw step. Okay, let's go to combat first. I want to see if I can bait some interaction before I do anything. Okay. So that happens. Kaido takes 5. And then we go just main phase this to not get countered. And then play favor. It's a good turn. Good turn. Now, there is a chance that we still could die here, because they have the Kaido plus the Soulstone. So if they draw the Winter Night Stories, which is the draw 3, I think we die. But, I mean, if they don't kill us this turn, I think we're fine. Hold. Okay. That's 1. And the Kaido is 1 more. Ow! Fuck! God, we were so close. Yeah, it's lethal. Damn. Damn. So close. All right. Touche. First game loss, by the way. Okay. I mean, it's got the butthole, so it's got to be good enough, right? We do need to find a land with the Sam. We do have to find a land. But butthole secured. If Assembler was butthole, the food token won. Probably, yeah. Although we did use all of our mana that turn, to be fair, so. Alright, just tap out, please. Please tap out. No, you fucker. Tap your mana, you fucker. Thank you. You just have to ask nicely, I guess. You just have to ask nicely. Absolutely farmed. Huge butthole coming in. Not bad. 3 mana for 6 power. It's like almost rhinos. Surprise butthole. You're chump blocking? Oh, do they have a sweeper? Yo, don't. Please, come on. Don't Brotherhood send me. No, come on. No! Fuck! Why is that card in their deck? God damn it. God damn it! Give me a little bit of food. In case you're wondering, no, we cannot cast the Sugar Maw. It is not physically possible. The hell do they have over there? Okay, that thing is dead. Ooh, Fountainport's not a bad draw. I'll take the port. Oh, I see. Okay, he's cooking. I guess we're doing this. Right? Nah. Let's just do this. I want to kill their shit. I could Appraiser there, but I don't want, like, their hand obviously sucks. I don't want to let them get more cards. Rolfs. Why play Sugar Maw when it can fuck up your Discover off Quintorius? It's just another body. Maybe it should just be the other copy of I guess we jam this. Maybe it should just be the other another dragon, the 2-mana 2/2 dragon. Ooh. Okay, it's a nice play. I'll give him a nice. Yeah, Quintus Discover 4, not 3. So Quint does hit the Sugar Maw. Really did not want to see that. That is something I did not want to see.
Follow me.
Dude, this whole Kaido Profs thing is kind of sick. They're cooking over there. I think we're still in an okay spot.
I'm a specialist. You're faster than you look.
I guess we just pass here. Yeah, we just pass here. Might be a virtue turn next turn. Near.
Stick to the shadows.
Stick to the shadows. Tap the stupid Fountainport. Okay, huge. I guess it would kind of make sense for their hand to be more sweepers, wouldn't it? As to why they're just not casting spells. Pierce, maybe? No, no Pierce. Ooh. Just go to combat first. Raid the Appraiser. Is it worth Rides Ending the Kitsa for 5 mana? Not really. I mean, it might be, though, because the Kitsa does let them kind of cook with the profs. Yeah, I think we just do it. I think we do it. I thought about doing this pre-combat. Maybe I should have. With them having profs, Kaido, I just want to try to keep them off bodies if I can. That's fine. Well, if they use the ability, right? Like if they use the ability, but they're not, like, if they're attacking with it, they're not going to use the ability before combat.
Friends everywhere.
So that's fine. They have no abilities, right? I guess they have the Engineer. Okay. Engineer is maybe a little scary. Offer the trade first. Oh, it's not a trade because they have the Cauldron. God damn it. I'm stupid. I forgot for some reason I thought they used the Cauldron in that last turn. That was bad. Like when I heard they put a counter in their creature, I just thought it was the Cauldron. That was my bad. Ugh, they have something too. No, they definitely have something because they have a window. Okay, hold. Hold. Huge. He's cooking. You gonna play the 4/5 anytime soon? Next turn maybe? I mean, I think it was correct to do this turn. Because now the Sages can go after the Kaido next turn, and they can't block flyers. Could be a Rage, yeah, I guess. Could be a... No, if it was a bounce spell, they would have bounced the Appraiser there. So it's not a bounce spell. Oh, true, they can make dragons this turn. Yeah.
Let's surprise them.
Forgot about that. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a really tight one. Dude, I am impressed at how much this Kaido has done. Every time I've tried to play that card, it's been horrendously bad. It does. Yeah, Exhaust does work with Cauldron. So they can make a 4/4. This is kind of disastrous, too. Because every dragon they have can just make more dragons. I think we're kind of just cooked. I think we are really just cooked. I'm going to cast this pre-combat to see if they have a Pierce. I mean, it's not really going to change my play, but... that's good. So I'm at 14. I feel like what we are supposed to do is only attack with the Appraiser. Yeah, only attack with Appraiser. If they want to trade the dragon for Appraiser, I think I'm cool with that. Yeah, I feel like this is good for me. How is it not a trade? Oh, because they can put a counter on it. Ah, I forgot about that. God damn it. The tricks. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was my bad. So I guess just attack with nothing was the line then? Yeah, dude, we're just cooked. They can make a 6/6 flyer every single turn. I don't know how we get out of this. I'm pretty sure we can't. You have to hope that Carnosaur goes really big. Like Carnosaur into Quintorius into more stuff. I have no good blocks. Because even if I double block the 6/5, right? They can go make a dragon for 4, counter on the dragon. No, I guess double block here does work, right? Because if they put a counter on the dragon with the Cauldron, then the best they can do is make a 7/6, right? 4 mana, make a dragon, use Cauldron, counter on dragon, use the dragon to pump. Oh, no, they haven't used this ability. Right. So, yeah, they just... yeah, no, that's bad. Because on board, they just pump it once for 1 and then put a counter on it. Damn. So I guess we chump. But I have to block. If I don't block, I'm dead. Yeah, I don't think we have a way out of this. Damn. Tough game. I mean, they played that well. They played that really well. Not gonna do it. GG's. Damn, GG's. Very surprised. My experience with Kaido has been extremely poor. Every time I've tried Kaido before, it's been very, very bad. And I was very impressed at how well Kaido looked for them. So 3 matches, 2-1, not bad. Maybe we'll do a little bit more with this tomorrow, but I'm going to call it a stream. I'm going to go get some food. I got a podcast to record tonight. If you guys want to check out the podcast, !dive down. Follow the channel. Thank you again for all the support today. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the resubs. If you guys are enjoying the content and you want to help support the stream, help me keep these lights on, consider subscribing with Twitch Prime, or if you get a gifted sub, would greatly appreciate that as well. And until next time, adios.